Hello, this is Riley Porter with Seattle Sumo. You are listening to a commentary track for Day 14 of the 1964 Haru Basho. That is the March contest. The video coverage for this tournament can be found on the Japan Sumo Association's YouTube channel and accessed with a $9 monthly membership. There will be a link for that included below. As usual, I'll count backwards from 3, 3, 2, 1. As I hit the N in 1, I'll click play on the video coverage. You'll do the same, and we'll be in sync for the day's action. And without any further ado, I'll start the countdown and get us going. 3, 2, 1. Futabayama, Taiho, Chianufuji, Archive. Alright, Kashiwado and Taiho still tied for the lead. Both undefeated coming into Day 14. There's Furiwake Oyakata, the former Asashio. Yokozuna just retired only a few years ago. Now he's coaching in his Takasago stable. Here's a Juryo guest, Kitano Kuni, from the Tatsunami stable. Already with a 10-3 at Juryo 2, he should be in the top division next Basho. Up against Waka Naruto, still without a winning or losing record. Coming to the home stretch here. Hard in with the right is Waka Naruto, and manages to push out Kitano Kuni as they both sort of tippy-toe on the edge. So Waka Naruto, that's his Kachikoshi, so certainly is safe here in his top division status. And Kitano Kuni will be joining him next time out, so they can revisit this encounter. But Kachikoshi for Waka Naruto, good for him. Here's Kane no Hana, he already has his Make-koshi. Up against Uragawa, who's with 9 losses on Maegashira 11. He should want to do everything he can to keep from going any deeper in. Outside with the left is Kane no Hana, inside with the right is Uragawa. Hiking up the outside is Kane no Hana, driving in, and Uragawa is tossed out of the ring. So Kane no Hana advances to 6 wins. Meanwhile, Uragawa falls to 10 losses. So looking in danger of dropping out of Makunochi. So pretty good aggressive sumo from Kane no Hana. Did well to overpower Uragawa. Moves to 9-7 in their personal head-to-head. Here's Asasegawa Shinyumaku. A loss I think pretty much guarantees he'll drop out of the division on his debut. He's up against Wakahaguro. Of course, this is their first time meeting. Asasegawa jumps the gun there, shoving into Wakahaguro's chest, but the former Ozeki isn't too fussed. He was in pretty good form yesterday. Maybe he can build on that win. Wakahaguro. Asasegawa want to move quickly here. And second try on the Tachiai, no good. Once more, 3rd time's the charm. Wakahaguro, a little bit of a dodge there after an initial impact, but then he follows through with some good pushing to the chest. And that's Make-koshi for Asasegawa. Wakahaguro, meanwhile, moves to his 4th win. And while he may have 10 losses at Maegashira 9, I'd say at this point, odds are better than not that he'll stay in the division, unlike Asasegawa. So Wakahaguro hanging on. Get some water there. Alright, Tamanoshima, our other Shinyumaku, and this one has a Kachikoshi. He's up against Ogi no Hana. It's their first time meeting. Ogi no Hana is in pretty good form this Basho. Jockeying for position there, has the middle of the grip, does Tamanoshima with his left. Now he's trying for a headlock throw, but it doesn't come off. Ogi no Hana is in deep with the left. Tamanoshima puts him on the bails, but Ogi no Hana lifts, pivots, and plants Tamanoshima outside. I think it's safe to say that's an uchari, a pivot throw. Well, Ogi no Hana really showing his muscle there. Kind of proving a bit more strength over the newcomer to the division. So he moves to 10 wins. Ogi no Hana has a double-digit winning record. For Haru, let's see if he can punch in 11 tomorrow. That would be pretty great. Amatsukaze, meanwhile, has a 10 losses already. He's up against Wakatenryu, who's on the edge of Make-koshi. If he loses, that could be his top division status. And so he braces himself and then quickly pivots away and pushes down Amatsukaze as the Tokitsukaze grappler comes charging out head first. So Wakatenryu dodges and slaps to a 7th win. So 7-7 coming into the final day. Everything's on the line. We'll see what happens to Wakatenryu. Now it's Hagurogawa. He's on the edge of Makekoshi, but in no danger of losing anything big. And so is Fusanishiki. He's in a tougher spot at Maegashira 13. Hagurogawa jumps the gun a bit there. It's a 6-1 head-to-head in Hagurogawa's favor. So Fusanishiki probably a little nervous about that. Good hit off the mark from Fusanishiki, thrusting away, good follow-through. Nice deiashi, consistent forward movement. Fusanishiki beats Hagurogawa. Moves to his 7th win. He's going into the last day 7-7. Hagurogawa, meanwhile, registers a Makekoshi losing record. So we'll move down the Banzuke. Should be a little more closely ranked next time out. We'll see if Fusanishiki can get that Kachikoshi tomorrow. Deiwanishiki is up against Haguroyama. These two Dikishi have met 34 times. It's a 17-17 head-to-head. So they're even. Neither Dikishi is in super great shape at this point. Deiwanishiki leads with the arms, keeps Haguroyama off him for a moment before putting him on the edge and finishing him yorikiri. So Deiwanishiki looking better and better as the days go by. He moves into 7-7. Haguroyama falls to 4-10. Deiwanishiki, I believe, had one of the worst scores in Hatsu in the last basho. So seeing him come within reach of Kachikoshi is maybe a bit of a surprise, but a welcome one. Now it's Kainoyama, the technical lightweight from Onogawa Stable. He's up against Tsurugamine, who's also a technically pretty sharp Dikishi. It's a 6-3 head-to-head in Kainoyama's favor. Kainoyama cutting in with the left, but he can't reach the belt. And almost. Tsurugamine is being pretty careful. Tsurugamine hustles inside. Looks like he's trying for double inside. Now he's got it. Can't finish off Kainoyama, though. Kainoyama twisting about. Now he's trying to put on a leg trip. Tsurugamine isn't broken yet, and he puts on a little outside leg trip, Sotogake, to collapse Kainoyama. So Tsurugamine picks up his 10th win. That's double-digit winning record for Izutsu Stable's Tsurugamine, who's coming off a losing record in Hatsu. So nice change in fortune for him. Kainoyama, meanwhile, falls to his 10th loss. So he'll be moving well out of the Joi for the next basho. The Joi being the top clutch of Maegashira that have to face off against the most elite. Aono Sato, maybe he can get double digits today. He's sitting on 9 wins. He's up against Wakachichibu, deep into a Makekoshi with 11 losses already. But it's an 11-5 head-to-head in Wakachichibu's favor. So maybe the odds can carry him through on this bout. We'll see. He doesn't seem to be in great health, whatever's going on with him. We'll try again on the Tachiai. Aono Sato leads with the chest, and he moves forward, finishing Wakachichibu yorikiri without too much issue. So Wakachichibu continues to get kind of sandbagged, just pushed around, leaning on the opponent, but not really doing any forward work. Aono Sato, he does pick up his 10th win, so that's double digits for Aono Sato. Fuji Nishiki, not doing super high. He's on 4-9 up against Sawa Hikari, who could get his Kachikoshi today. It's a 1-0 head-to-head in Sawa Hikari's favor. Sawa Hikari's low, blunting a bit here, but Fuji Nishiki keeps up the pressure. Right on the very edge, Sawa Hikari moves to his right and slaps down Fuji Nishiki. He gets the call. So Hataki Komi, I think. And that is Kachikoshi for Sawa Hikari. So coming off of, I believe, a 5-10 in Hatsu, he's now sitting on 8-6, coming out of day 14 here in Haru. So things have come together for Sawa Hikari. Really struggled there in the middle part of the basho, kind of during week 2. But has picked it back up the last couple days. We're at the halfway mark of top division action today, so here's the next set of ringside judges, the Shinpan. And all settled in. There's Kasugayama Oyakata, former Nayoro Iwa, Ozeki of the World War II generation. Maedagawa, pusher from Takasago Stable on 10 wins already, is up against Wakamiyama. It's their first time meeting. Good charge from Maedagawa, only to then pull Wakamiyama down as the younger, bigger Dikishi moves to a counter. So Maedagawa, that was pretty textbook Oshizumo. Prop up your opponent, pull him down once he starts to lean forward. Picks up his 11th win. Not in the Yusha race, certainly, especially at this point he's mathematically eliminated, but Maedagawa, he could go for 12 in this basho if he gets another win tomorrow. That'd be pretty exciting. Toyokuni is up. A win would be his Kachikoshi, but that would mean a Makekoshi for Hirokawa, who is pretty fired up. Hirokawa comes in with a much better Tachiai low, hits the mark, good under the armpit. Toyokuni is not able to reply. So Toyokuni is stuck on 7-7 now, but Hirokawa advances to 7-7. So both these Dikishi still have a chance for Kachikoshi. Hirokawa still has a chance for promotion to Komosubi. So the Miyagi-no thruster keeping the dream alive. Moves to 6-3 in his head-to-head with Toyokuni. Here's Tsune Nishiki. He's lost at sea here, 1-12, up against Wakanami, who's on the edge of Makekoshi. Not quite there yet. Tsune Nishiki's inside with the left, outside with the right. He's in it. Wakanami's deep in with the left too. Puts on the leg trip and collapses Tsune Nishiki. Well, Tsune Nishiki, he was in it there for a second. See a spark of hope, but no dice. Wakanami picks up the win, moves to 7-7. You can see there past the Gyoji, behind him there Dekiyama Oyakata, one of Tsune Nishiki's coaches. There's a Shinpan here and watching his loss today. Moves to his 13th loss. Well, here's Kairyu-yama. A win today is Kachikoshi. He's up against Kitano Fuji, already with 10 losses. It's a 1-0 head-to-head in Kitano Fuji's favor. Blasting in is Kairyu-yama, really overwhelming Kitano Fuji. Doing well to drop his head in, lead with the shoulder, and just barrel away. Kairyu-yama, Yoritaoshi, crush out victory, so he secures his Kachikoshi in style. Pretty good sumo the last couple of days from Kairyu-yama. He's picked up a Kinboshi too, a gold star victory off of Tochi Naomi. So done pretty well for himself in this basho, as Kairyu-yama. Here's Kairyu-yama's stablemate, Kiyokuni. Well, he has a Makekoshi, but it's only a 5-8 so far. Myo Budani, meanwhile, wants to get his Kachikoshi. Kiyokuni's blasting at the chest, pushing, and that does it for him. He thrusts his way to victory. Tsukidashi, thrust out. So Kiyokuni moves to 6-8. Another win will mean a minimum Makekoshi and perhaps just an ease down to Komosubi, not leaving Sanyaku entirely. Meanwhile, Myo Budani is on 7-7. So one last chance to save his Sanyaku status tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And the first match between these two goes to Kiyokuni. Ozeki Kitabayama is up. He has a 15-10 head-to-head with today's opponent, Iwakaze, that crouching tiger from Wakamatsu Stable. No, Iwakaze hasn't had a lot of luck recently. Starts low as usual, keeps Kitabayama from getting inside, trying to maybe pull him down a little here. Kitabayama is fishing for that inside right, leading with the head, and doesn't need the belt, just finishes things Oshidashi. Kitabayama keeps up the pressure, matches Iwakaze for level. Not too difficult. Kitabayama was a little shorter than Iwakaze to begin with. Kitabayama picks up 10 wins. That's a double-digit winning record for this Ozeki. So, does pretty well this basho. I think an improvement overall over Hatsu. So Kitabayama on an upward trend. So pretty good stuff. Let's see how his stablemate Yutakayama can do. Here he is. Ozeki Yutakayama, he has a chance for a double-digit winning record today. His opponent is Sekiwake Daigo. Now it's an 8-2 head-to-head in Yutakayama's favor. So definitely favoring the Ozeki. Both have their Kachikoshi. So their backs not to the wall, either one. No rank to be gained either, so this is more a matter of pride, one would think. Inside with the left is Yutakayama. He's deep, not budging. Daigo is inching forward a bit here. He wants that outside right, but he's just not getting it. Oh, he wants it. Yutakayama doing well to flare his elbow. Push his hip back. Grip flip. Daigo's inside with the right now, outside with the left. Well, he's in it here. It's Yosuzumo, all four hands on the belt. Both Dikishi inside right, outside left. Well, we'll see. Yutakayama's looking a little stronger, just based off of the initial clash here. Now that Daigo's in a more winnable position. Let's see what he can do. Yutakayama crunches in. He's hiking up the belts, but an Uchigake inside leg trip counter from Daigo flattens Yutakayama. Yutakayama falls to his fifth loss. Actually, these Dikishi are even coming out of day 14. 9-5 for both. Well, a little embarrassing for the Ozeki. Really seemed to have it there. But Daigo never went to throw in the towel. Whatever fortune may come. He beats Yutakayama. Shin Yokozuna Tochi no Umi. Will he get that double-digit winning record? I don't know. Probably not today. He's up against Taiho, senior Yokozuna. It's a 15-5 head-to-head between the two. Many Dikishi have worse records against Taiho, but Tochi no Umi, he shares a rank with him now. Should be expected to compete, at least give him a challenge. Maybe he'll do a little better than he did against Kashiwado yesterday. Pretty well beat for power there. Taiho is on a roll. Hasn't lost a match in a little while now. So I think the odds favor him, whatever way you look at it. We'll just see. Both look ready. Bouncing off of Taiho is Tochinomi. Taiho's trying to pull him down, push him away. Tochinomi's trying to fight his way inside, but Taiho is not letting him in. Taiho flattens him. Tsukitaoshi. Thrusting crush out. Taiho remains undefeated. Moves to 14-0. Well, he's keeping the pace. We'll see if Kashiwado can keep up, but Taiho, he looks very fit. Definitely overpowering most Dikishi he's running into. Pretty unbeatable. We'll see if Kashiwado can match him for 14 wins today. He's got Ozeki Sadanoyama. It's a relatively close head-to-head. It's 7-5 in the Yokozuna's favor. Sadanoyama put on a pretty good effort against Taiho yesterday. So we can hope to see the same today against a arguably more vulnerable Yokozuna. Hard charge from Sadanoyama, but Kashiwado responds in kind, plowing through the Ozeki and tossing him down at the edge of the ring. Yoritaoshi, well, for the first time, I believe, since March 1960, about 4 years, we're going to have two Yokozuna face off on day 15 with 14-0 head records each. So it should be quite the showdown. We'll see if Kashiwado can stop Taiho's winning streak, or if Taiho will pull ahead, win it all. Thank you for joining me.